Good morning. It's about 5:30 and I'm about to be treated to a sunrise. I have water on the go for some coffee and my breakfast, which is going to be a breakfast skillet wrap on pitas. It's a beautiful night. I'm not sure if you can see there, but there's a little bit of shower in the water. No wind, it wasn't cold, and I only woke up twice. Had a good night's sleep. Well, saying goodbye to Big Crow. Nice and calm this morning. I didn't bother doing the tower trail. Pretty chilly start this morning, and just wanted to get on the water and get going. But I may yet do the old growth pines trail. I'm just entering the Crow River now. I've got a little current here to help us out. I wonder if my whole day will be like this. That would be awesome. Well, this is very comfortable. I like this kind of scenery. This is nice. Nice wide open channel I can paddle through. Nice shelter from the wind. It's good. There's a beaver right up there. He's coming right at me. Wait for him to whack the water and head below. Well, fork in the road. This way I have the portage, my first portage of the day. This way I have the hiking trail to the old growth pines. I haven't done a lot of sightseeing on this trip. I probably should. It'd be good for me. And we're off. As a friendly giant would say, look up. Way up. Seriously? Wow. And now we're going downhill. My daughter says you can tell how old the tree is by how big of a hug it needs. There you go, honey. How old do you think that tree is? It needs a big hug. Couple of erratics, big boulders carried here by glaciers and left when the glaciers melted away. Trail's getting a little sketchy. I think I'll head back now. Well, there's your answer to the age-old question. Does a bear shit in the woods? Yes, it does. And apparently, right next to some pretty flowers. I believe those are red trilliums. Yeah, I can totally see the loggers in the 1800s coming up here, finding all these trees and looking down this hill going, they can stay here. Well, I just finished the ankle buster trail there. What do I do now? I know. I'll walk some more. Well, there's portage 1 of 6 done. And it's a mucky one too. And here's what I'm launching into. Okay, so before I go any further, I want to consult Jeff's map. I just finished the 240 meter portage. And it looks like I have a fair distance to go before my next one, but those little lines indicate some rapids. They don't have a C1 or 2 next to them, so I take it to mean that it's this kind of thing. I'll still scope them out before I run them. I'll enjoy this little free ride for the time being. I'll watch my way under that tree. Ooh, oh, rock. Oh, log. You know, I hope I don't jinx myself, but you know, the water here is pretty shallow. I'm wearing the wetsuit and I already know it'll keep me warm. All my stuff is dry bagged. The worst that would happen if I dunked, I think, might be that my camera, which is not waterproof for some reason, I'd lose my camera and there'd be no more recording of the trip. And in fact, you might not see anything at all if the camera loses the memory card. Or if the memory card gets wet. Now that said, I hope I don't dunk, but I don't need to be afraid of dunking. Now this is the lazy river feel I was looking for yesterday. This is beautiful. Loving this. Look at that, eh? Gorgeous. Well, I think I'll kneel up in the middle of the canoe here for the next little bit. I'll have more control that way. Tighter steering. Because you never know what's coming up around that corner. Yeah, see, if I hadn't come up to the middle, I would have ran right smack into that log. Just keeping an eye on the map. Looks like my portage is going to be on the left after a fairly long spell with no swifts. Gotta keep an eye out for the portage, because if I miss it, then I'm going to have to ride out whatever it's portaging around. What the hell? There's no portage around that? Oh, yes there is. That's my portage. Okay. Okay. I'm good. I'm stuck. I'm good. And I'm ready to start portage number 2. I got my main pack, my food, my water. Actually, that's a hot chocolate and coffee mix. It's gone cold now and it tastes awesome. It's like chocolate milk with a bit of coffee. Anyway, and my paddle. And of course, good portage etiquette. My canoe is off to the side of the trail. Whoever has a canoe on their shoulders always has the right of way. And since I don't know, there could be somebody coming with a canoe right there. They have the right of way, so I'm going to get out of the way. You know, one of the reasons I double carry all my portages is I'm not that strong. And the other reason is that on the way back from my second load, I love to go off the trail and just come check out what it is I'm portaging around. Alright, portage number 3, here we go. Okay, I've stopped for lunch, and I've stopped at this campsite right here. This campsite is partway down the Crow River and pretty well marks the midpoint or the apex of my trip. I've done 3 of the 7 portages today. Lunch today is soup and crackers, and I cooked it on the paint can rocket stove. And while I sit here enjoying my lunch, I have a nice commanding view of the river. Portage number 4. This looks like it was a beaver dam. Yep, it was. Maybe it will be come August. I've crossed at least 4 of those today. They look like little rapids, but when I get up on them, it's just a mud bank that crosses about a foot under the canoe. Didn't even touch it. Oh, I see my next portage sign too. Oh, this dock is looking pretty sketchy. Oh. Ah! Okay. I'll have to haul the canoe up there, I think. Portage number 5. Well, this is interesting. That's what I'm portaging around. My portage is in there. I can't get to there from here without risking getting washed down that way. This is the put in from this portage. There's no way I can come down there and manage to control and get into here without going down that. It's high water, but I would have liked to see a sooner entrance to the portage. My canoe's over there. I did manage to bushwhack in through here. I think I made the right choice again. 7, and it's not giving it up easy either. Oh. And now for one other choice. A choice that I've been thinking about all day. Oh yeah. Much better. Crow Bay. Okay, well here I am at my campsite. I've crossed both halves of Crow Bay. And I got the site that I wanted. It's not as nice as I expected it to be, but the view is amazing. I can't wait for the sun to come up over there, or there, wherever. A little bit on positive mental attitude. After taking my little dip in the river, it was nice and cool and I felt good. But then the wind really picked up on Crow Bay, and the sun is not quite started to set, but I am in the shade of all the trees now. And I got here, it was cold, it was wet. Not happy at all. And I got that feeling where when I get onto a site at the end of the day, I'm tired and I'm disoriented. I don't really know what to do next. I prioritized my task right away, and it was clothes. And I really had to talk to myself a lot about those long johns are going to be so warm, and I can't wait for those wool socks. Going to be so warm, and all these layers of clothes, and yes, I can't wait for that. And my supper's going to be really good tonight, and I really had to talk my way through it. And it's helping. It's helping. I'm going to get a fire going here next and get some supper, and set up the hammock. I just checked the time. Time is good. It's 7:15. What was that, like a 14-hour day or something like that, or 12 hours on the water? Anyhow. So I'm going to get to it, and I'll get back to you. Okay, well, I got my supper into me. I had a little fire, just enough to make supper, really. And I'm all nice and snug in the hammock. The weather is calm. I'm not even sure what time it is. But it's early. It's 9:30, 10 o'clock. That kind of thing. I'm really sleepy, and I'm hoping to get an early start tomorrow. Lavieille and Dixon lakes are both as big as the individual arms of Opeongo. So if I can get an early start while the water's calm, then that's helpful. That's all I have to say tonight. Good night.